Welcome, my name is Piotr Błaszczak, and today I'm gonna talk about generators in JavaScript. My talk is called Do What You Love, Automate the Rest. A little bit about me. I'm a full-stack web developer for last 8 years. I'm doing JavaScript. These are my previous frameworks I used to do. This is my current stack. So I recently quit PHP for the sake of Node.js, and I'm really happy guy since that. And recently I discovered the graph databases, and it's also really cool. And those all NoSQL databases. The agenda is very quick, so we had 2 great long talks today, so I'm gonna be quick. So we're gonna talk why we need generators. Then I'm gonna present you my generator. It's called Angular Flow. It's using Yeoman. And next, very briefly, I'm gonna show you a little bit snippets of the generators, how easy it is to create one. Next, I'm gonna show some goodies of the Angular Flow generator. So, what's inside and how you can use it to quickly learn and do your projects. Okay, habits of highly boring people. This is the TEDx talk. So later we're gonna get the link to this presentation. I encourage you to watch this movie. So, which of you, I know, how many people consider themselves as highly boring or boring? Raise your hand. 1, I don't know, web developers, it's lie. You're boring. You all talk about JavaScript, but let's go back to JavaScript and talk a little bit more about it. This talk is about how you should spend your day and spend it efficiently. So the theory the guy is presenting in this movie is that you can handle around 7 items per day at one time. So it's like 5 to 9 items at one time. So it's how many your brain, how many tasks it can handle in the one moment. And they discovered some science work that generally we have about 50 items to do daily. So they are going through our minds through the day. And it's using our mental energy pool. So most of you, all of you probably know Steve Jobs, and you know how he's dressing. For over a decade, he was wearing the same dress. He was wearing it on the keynotes and wearing in the work, and this is because he doesn't care about, doesn't make any decision this day to what's he gonna wear. So he's saving his mental energy pool. Each one of us has this one. Stay in the zone. So we're gonna use the generators to automate everything what is disrupting us, what is what we have repeat each time, and it's like meaningless. You have to do, but you can automate, and it's gonna let you stay in the zone. So focus on the task and have the energy for doing the big decisions. Next thing, why we need generators is for me, generator is like the knowledge container. So some people on the internet are just taking their experience and knowledge about the project, for example, in Angular, and they are putting it in the generator, giving you the comments, so you can work the fastest and proved way. So generators gives you the file structure, component templates. It means that modules and libraries, they are integrated in the generators, so you don't have to go and look for some components. I personally discovered a lot of Angular components just by browsing through the generators, and I'm gonna show them later. They definitely gonna speed up your development and starting to learn new things. For example, if you're gonna take my generator and you don't know Webpack, you don't know SASS, you don't know AngularJS, it's few commands on the command line to hit, and you're ready to start doing your working, very cool applications without any hours of learning. Prototyping. I think I'm gonna do some live coding to how quickly we can do some states components, switching between states, clicking, opening models, and I'm gonna try to do it live, so to show you that you can prototype on the meetings with the business, with the designers very quickly. Production build, so it's ready for you. You don't have to do anything. You just hit commands, generate the code, then hit the build command, and project is built and ready for production. And it's all built in the generator. And configuration, so a lot of stuff you just have ready for you. For example, error handling, losing the session, logged out user, you can handle it very quickly, and it's just built in. And of course, you can do your company best practices just by doing your generators, extending this. For example, if you're gonna use one generator, you can just extend it with your new methods, your new templates, and just put some very huge code in a very quick and easy command, which gonna give you, for example, if you're gonna hire a new guy and the guy is gonna go to new project, which is, for example, big, he has everything ready for him to just start working, and the learning curve is very low. Okay, Yeoman Angular Flow generator. It's on GitHub. So this is what you have to do to start working with AngularJS. So you have to have Node.js and NPM. So I assume you have this one. Install Yeoman globally, and then install the generator globally. Next, just create folder, hit Yo Angular flow, and that's it. You have to just wait a little bit. Generator is gonna create file structure for you, install all those NPM dependencies, and after that, on this address, the website is ready for you to just see it. And what's cool, it's ready with the live reload. So we've seen React presentation when you just hit save on your code, and the web is gonna reload. So it's built in and it's ready for you. A few commands. You just start project for developing. Watch is if you don't want to do server, web server, you have your own backend server and you just want to compile everything. And here is the command for building for production. So after this command in the destination folder, there's gonna be bundled whole the application minified. Okay, generators. We're gonna hit this one and see what's going on later, Angular Flow. Then it's gonna ask you for can you see this console? It's okay, the font size. So if you and simple question, generator didn't discover existing project in this directory. If you hit yes, you just generate one. I'm not gonna do yes because it's gonna take a while. But I have one started here. So this is the page when you see after you just hit the one command, you generate the project. And it has just home and the error state. So next, let's try do some okay, so here you see generated files. When we go back to browser, we see new link, and it's just new generated state. You can generate nested states. So just profile edit, for example. And here you have submenu, and those templates are ready for you. So if you have to prototype very quickly, the application is set up, UI router is is ready, and you can just generate states. And now let's see what's going on in the folders. So we have source folder, module app, and states. And here we have profile state. And in profile state, we have three files. So your template, you just put here your HTML, you just put here your SASS and CSS, and here you just put your JavaScript. As you see, it's just simulation about web components. So you gather your those 2-3 files in one place, and next we can generate components. So for example, profile state. This is profile state. Hit S, and you see this is the template, the HTML I was editing. And for example, right now I'd like to create some component. So I hit component, name of the module I want to create, and for example, profile view. 3 files are generated. HTML, JS, and CSS, and how to use it. For example, I'm gonna profile view, and this is it. This control save the document, and as you see here is the component itself rendering in the application. So now you're ready to do your work. You just create states which are ready for you to just switch between them. For example, if you want to go to other change, other state, UI sref, and when you click on this component, you just go to index state. And as you see, the history just works like this, just normal. The URL is changing. And the animations are ready for you from the UI router. Okay, so what you can generate with this technique? So you can generate modules. If you are using Angular, Angular is bundling everything in modules. So here you very quickly can generate as much as you want modules, and then put all those stuff, components, filters, services, resources to those modules. And there's one main module, application module, and all those modules are bundled to this one. So you just do your work and don't think how to connect everything together. Because when you just look at this code, for example, you have to create 3 files. You have to require this file, generate all those configuration. This name has to be the same. You have to load. The template and put it back together. Right now, just hit one command and it's ready for you. And it's bundled inside the app. So if you go to main application module, all those states are just required like this. And after that, you can just hit Webpack build for production and you're ready for deployment. Okay, model. One of the cool features about this generator is displaying the models. So let me generate model in application module, and let's call it user. It's ready. Then in profile state, welcome to Warsaw, for example, when you click on this welcome to Warsaw, you just open this model on like this. And there's no surprise that when you go to models, like here, you see user directory, and here you see always the same 3 files, which again, you have the whole logic about this model, about component, about state, they are always in one place. What's the advantage of it? That once in my company, we've been doing big project, a lot of components. It was the list of files was like this big, and new designer just came in and told us that we have to rebuild everything, and they told him that it's gonna take 2 months and 3 people of the team to work on it, to just put it the way he wants. But he let me talk to him, and it took us 4 hours to just restructure basically most of the application, just because we've been using this component style generator, and it was components talk to each other through events or through services. So it's very easy to just take one, put it over there, leave this, take this one off and throw it away. And it was very easy to just restructure this application for 4 hours just by one developer. and it was very, for me, it was very successful, and it was proving that this generator is really giving us a lot of freedom. And when I do first application, I don't think about all those things I have to do in the project. I just think about the things I have to do, the user experience, and then I just generate models, generate components, not thinking much about it. But later it's very easy to just restructure it and put it back when you have the whole picture about the application. It's very easy to refactor this code. And here we can see the model. We are using directive to open the model. So this is this case. Also, we have the service inside, so we can just open the model programmatically inside the controller. And one thing when I discover AngularJS and UI Bootstrap for Angular, it was that models were using promises. So I thought, why not treat the models like any other asynchronous job, like HTTP requests, like web worker or anything. So I just write this simple module. So it's just open any model and returning promise. And this model can do inside can do anything you want. He can just load the user, display the form, save the user, and over here on the success promise, just return the new instance of the user. And it's getting very easy to handle all the models with this promise approach. When you're gonna see inside the model, it's basically the factory creating the model. Here you have controller, the template, and the CSS is bundled together, so you can just move this whole directory over somewhere else, rename it, and it should work. And here you have the OK function and cancel, and here you just returning the results of this model. So you can put the instance of the user you just created in this model, or you can just dismiss, or so like say, okay, this model was cancelled, was just closed, or anything. Okay, the rest is just creating regular files. You just hit this command. You specify the module you want to create, this service, and the name of the service, and the file is ready for you, and the file is included in the whole project. Okay, how to create Yeoman generator. It's as simple as just doing these steps. You just init your project. You have to just create your package JSON. You have to install generator, or just put the generator inside the package. Create template. Create directory with this template and index.js file, and I'm gonna open this and for example, let's go to component, and as you see, we have these templates here. So it's very, if you're familiar with Backbone, you have just you have just those names you put through the console. They are available here for you. You can manipulate them, transform them, and it's happening in the constructor. And this is the actually index file which is taking this templates and putting them through the compiler, so the variable is gonna be replaced by the input from console, and they are put to the destination. And actually, this is it. Each directory over here is the command from the generator. So if you have this one directive generator, here's the directory, here's its template, and its JavaScript file. So it's just this line of code is just taking the template and putting it to the right place with the right names replaced inside. And I'm not gonna talk how to do generators, because on the presentation you're gonna see this link. It's the basic setup of basic generator. It's not much there in my generator. It's like Yeoman is very simple. You just create the project, create folder tree, so you have your generators here, and you extend existing generator, which is gonna help you to get the things from the console and put from the templates to generate the destination files. So this is very short documentation and very easy. And next, I was afraid of, first I was afraid of Yeoman, but after 1 hour of just reading the documentation, I just took few generators from the internet and based on them just examine their code. I just created, in 1 day I created my one, and I was very happy with it. So I encourage you to just give it a shot. And okay, so when you're gonna take this Angular Flow generator, UI router, UI Bootstrap, CGBZ, those are components. Those are obvious. Probably all of you knows this. This one I just discovered watching other generators, and for example, here I prepared the loading bar test. So if we hit, it's just doing some request to the server, but you can see here you have nice loading bar, so you know something's going on in the background. So it's just plugged inside its loading bar module. CGBZ is similar, but you can pick up which one, which part of the site you wish to, mute, like this. So no double clicks can occur. It's just presenting how the model is gonna open, and of course those nice animations between states. Just bundle it inside. Okay, Angular is well known, so not much to talk. Who's using Webpack here? I it's familiar with Webpack. So this generator is my third version. First one was using Grunt, next one was using Gulp, and this one is based on Webpack. And actually I throw away a lot of Grunt or Gulp code and replaced with 20 lines of configuration with Webpack, and it was really making easy to go with the application. But what Webpack gives you, when I hit the command npm start, it starts the development server for me. So this is just using localhost, and this server is just watching my files and taking them, putting them through the loaders. So for example, if I'm including a SASS file, Webpack is configured that he knows that it's SASS, so he has to take SASS compiler, compile SASS to CSS, and then put it to the web page. Same with ECMAScript, with TypeScript. If you'd like to try TypeScript in this project, all you have to do, just go here and rename this this file from JS to TS, and that's it. And the Webpack is gonna discover that the extension changed, and this extension has to go through the TypeScript loader, so it's gonna compile from TypeScript to ECMA 5 and just put it to the bundle. So I was a little bit afraid of taking TypeScript just to try with whole project, but I tried with few files, and I then discovered that it's gonna work, and then I start to gradually taking these components from JS to TypeScript. So if you are afraid of something, or you wish to try, you wish to present to your friends that this new stuff is pretty cool, Webpack gives you this opportunity. Just like here, you include SCSS, but it's gonna be just compiled the way it should be. Here you can see the easy configuration. Just for example, for AngularJS, each JS file should be put through ng annotate. So later, when it's gonna be minified, it's not gonna crash because of its dependency injection inside. Here you can see testx, and actually it's a TypeScript loader. So first we're gonna put it through TypeScript loader, then it's gonna go through the ng annotate. So Angular is gonna be correctly annotated, and then it's gonna just go to your bundle and just work like beauty. CSS, CSS, fonts, and what's really cool about this Webpack is that everything is in memory, so it takes all your project to the memory. So it's gonna each file is gonna go through these loaders, and it's gonna stick in the memory. So if you edit one file, just one Webpack that takes the changes in the one file, it's gonna take only this one file, put it through the all compilers, put it to the stack, and send you the whole package once again. And it's very quick. So no writes to disk, and works like a charm. So require with common JS style. So as you can hear, you just import your CSS like here, and then through Webpack they're gonna just go to the CSS bundle, and Webpack is gonna discover where to put them, and how and what to do with them. Same with the templates. Like here you see I'm just requiring the template, and it's also gonna be parsed as HTML. So it's just gonna do nothing. Live reload, we've been seeing this, and production build. You just hit one command and everything is built for production. And of course you can configure endpoints. So for example, you have a few pages on it's single page, but you have few pages you can go there. For example, product info and my profile, user profile on the shop. So you can bundle your application. Like when you go to the product page, you have only JS, CSS required for rendering this one. So it's gonna be very quick. Then when you switch the page, it's gonna load the other bundles required based on routing. SASS and Twitter Bootstrap are, I think, very obvious this time, so they are just integrated here. And it's very easy to switch from SASS to less. For example, it's very easy to use both of them. You just use less and SASS, and you just configure two loaders, and each of them is doing its work. These are things I wish to do. So configurable behavior. So maybe you are not comfortable with the project folder structure. So maybe it's good to have a nice option to change it. Custom templates. For example, if you are doing a lot of forms, you can just generate form this type, and the generator is gonna ask you for the fields you're gonna put there, and he's gonna do for you a nice Twitter formatted one. Generate doc blocks, generate tests, and generate mocks. This is not present yet, but I think they should be self-describing. Okay, this is it, and actually this is my current project, slackmap.com. If you've seen the introduction to this this meetup, we've been in Highline gym in Warsaw. We've been walking Highlines, and this is application for slackliners to just put. If you find nice spot in the city, you just put it on the map, and other people can find interesting spot. For example, if you are here for vacation and wish to know where to go for slacklining and have a climbing gym here, you just go to SlackMap and find the spot. And of course, it's using this generator. Okay, thank you very much. See you on next. Yeah, see you next month, or see you at the line in the air. Questions, comments?
Sorry, only one question. We don't have too much space on the hard drive.
Okay, so I have these two questions. First is how much does the project weight on the hard drive after you just type one command? This one,
this first one.
Yeah. How much does it weight?
I can tell you very quickly. You mean whole project or?
Yeah, the whole, including node mode.
It's not this. It's not 100. 68 megs. Yes, 68 megs. But
okay. So thank you.
You're probably interested about this one because
the node modules.
Yes, node modules. It's 67.
Okay, so before you have written any line of code, you have like 67 megabytes of hard drive taken by this generator.
That's true, but how much time you save?
Okay.
So it's fair
trade. It's fair trade. Okay. And the second question is, why didn't you name this generator ngflow? Because the command would be yo ngflow, something like that. Was it taken or something?
Yes, ngflow is taken. It's taken by the upload library.
Oh, okay.
So Flow.js is very popular library for chunk upload, resumable upload, and it has its version in Angular ngFlow, so it was taken. But that was my first guess.
Yeah, so Thank you very much.
Thanks.
All right, last question then, because the hard drive is almost burning. So, no questions. Great. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.